From April 1st, 2024 till August 2nd, 2025, I had covered the entire Sade Robinson situation and then trial. So this is just snippets of some of the videos that I did. I have a Justice for Sade Robinson playlist if you'd like to follow more. Thank you. So I will be following this sickening, twisted, terrifying case until the end. I definitely will. This case is out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It happened April 1st, 2024. 2 weeks ago from today. Maxwell Anderson, 33 years old. On April 1st, he arrived to the Twisted Seafood restaurant, a place that he had formerly worked at, and he was meeting 19-year-old Sade Robinson. He also worked there previously. He spoke to a bartender, and he told them that this was his first date with Sade. Now I'm taking it that he was excited, right? To talk to somebody. Maybe he knew this guy, the bartender, I'm not sure. But I guess you're a little excited when it's your first date, right? So Sade arrives. The couple, they ate dinner, they chatted, and they left the restaurant. Now around that time, Sade sent a message to a friend on Snapchat. And I also did read in other sources of information that she has an app called 360 Life, and her family does track her location, or she has it to where they can track her locations. Her family is extremely close, and a lot of people have that app. And sometimes the app can be a lifesaver, and sometimes the app can just let people know in a situation like this where you went to, where you have been. So around 9:30, still April 1st, CCTV footage would detect 2 human figures at Anderson's home. This is one of the many places that Sade's phone would ping, along with Pleasant Valley Park, Kern Park, and other places that the family would later have to search. April 2nd, a welfare check is issued on Sade. She never came to work, and her family, again, that is really close to her, they hadn't heard from her, and a missing persons report was filed. Family would find her car torched near 30th Street and Lisbon Avenue. April 3rd, around 5:29, Milwaukee County received a call that a severed leg was located near the golf course at Warnermont Park. The leg was amputated from the hip down, and the leg belonged to a black female. Now, they tried to hurry up and say it had not been identified as belonging to Sade Robinson. They should have said as of yet, because later DNA analysts indicated that the leg did belong to Sade. And it was also a place where her phone had pinged. So you already know at this point, your daughter has to be gone. Your daughter has to be gone. Investigators searched a home near 39th Street and Oklahoma Avenue in Milwaukee. Maxwell Anderson, Sade's date, he was taken into custody. Now, nearby, a neighbor had recorded and shared her footage of Maxwell Anderson being handcuffed and led to a police patrol car. Aside from him killing a 19-year-old woman he went out with on a first date, Sade Robinson, and dismembering her body and throwing it all over Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and refusing to tell the family where this child's head is and other remains. As of right now, the day that I am recording this, the 33-year-old man pled not guilty, even with enough evidence for the law to charge him.
Right here in Milwaukee with his daughter, Sade Robinson, as the search for her remains continues.
Looking for her head and her arm.
Holding back tears. With each breath, Carlos Robinson is uttering words no father wishes to speak.
A parent to have to deal with this type of trauma and tragedy is inconceivable. It's almost like I wake up to live in a nightmare every day. She's out there, and I need to find her to be able to put her to rest properly.
Happy birthday. It's really not a birthday this year. It's all about justice for my daughter. I am never going to be okay. I'm never going to be the same. I'm never going to be the same mother again in my life. But this is for my baby, my OG go-getter, my hard worker. Mommy's going to have one drink for you today on her birthday. And I'm getting my first tattoo. I'm at the tattoo shop. Downstairs, courtesy drinks with my little brother. Your little sister already in motion. She about to get the business. And you will see us soon, baby girl. We love you.
Breathe deep with me so we can be on one accord. On one accord. Honor this space. Respect this time. Everybody got a good thought in their heart right now. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
Mom, are you ready? Justice for Sade.
Justice for Sade!
So he was in preparation for bringing someone back to that dungeon, getting rid of them, and placing their body in that grave. That car and the gas containers and all that. So he didn't really think this one here out too thoroughly. And a friend of Maxwell Anderson's said that hopefully this was before the actual grave was dug, but he saw that he was digging in the backyard. He told him he was building an underground basement, even though he had a huge basement inside. Just your first crime, you're not just ready to decapitate or start to dissect a human person. You just don't do that.
My parents' home, we spent the Sunday together.
The next day, on April 1st, is when Sade was first reported missing. It's also the night we now know she was killed.
Sade was a beautiful soul. She was an amazing girl. I couldn't have asked for any better daughter. There was things my daughter did that many adults were not even able to accomplish in their lifetimes.
Call along Lake Michigan. At Warnemont Park, a popular recreation area, a park goer reports finding a severed human leg. According to a post from Cudahy Sheriff's Office, the limb was found in or near the water, east of the golf course near the pump house.
Son of a hurt my baby. This sick son of a gonna pay. This is justice for Sade. Who the would do something like this to my beautiful baby? She hurt nobody. She harmed nobody. I hate this. And so all when he's on the inside, I want you to rape and torture them like so I get to hunt him eternally. Justice for Sade. Justice will be served for my baby.
Maxwell Anderson, he still sits in a county jail on a $5 million bail. And he is still holding information as to where the rest of her remains are. such as her head. How difficult this would be, burying this young woman without her entire body. And that's all this family wants. By him giving this information, it would not make him more guilty than he already is. So many people had beautiful, touching memories of Sade. Doves were released in honor of Sade. Several plainclothes officers, they stood in the back, still working on this criminal investigation that's an open murder case against Anderson. Sade was set to graduate from Milwaukee Area Technical College this month. And again, she worked 2 jobs. One was at the Pizza Shuttle and the other at the Wisconsin Country Club. They said everything that she had, she earned it and she worked for it on her own. How proud her parents should be. She would have also received her associates in art. Justice for Sade.
To reach the wings of an angel.
Because she was an angelic spirit.
That's how Sade Robinson's mom described her daughter Friday at her memorial.
To lose a child is something that was not a part of my plan. This was not a part of my plan.
On what would have been Sade's birthday, friends and family shared their favorite memories.
She made sure that I didn't give up. She made sure that I didn't quit the basketball team that I was on.
Biggest superpower of just smiling at you and changing your whole day around.
Together, she was a lot more than that to me. We did everything together.
From her little sister to her cousins.
I miss you dearly.
Those emotions bringing the community together as they celebrate a life taken too soon.
This is not a funeral today. This is a memorial and a celebration of my daughter's life.
Exactly how she was killed. But the fact is she was dismembered and her body was just thrown all over Milwaukee, which is just horrifying. And the mother and the family members, they have to hear this when they look at the news. I intend to follow this case until the very end. So, for those of you who have been following, here is an update in case you missed it. After dinner on April 1st at the Twisted Fisherman, Maxwell, 29, and Sade, 19, spent several hours at the Water Street bar. There was actually CCTV footage that captured them there. Hours later, on April 2nd, a passerby would find an amputated leg at Warner Park. Sade's car was also found torched. Now, the co-workers of Sade also knew that she was going out on this date. She was really happy about it. And when she didn't show up for work the next day, they alerted family members that Sade may be missing. Maxwell Anderson just may be a serial killer. There was even blood found in plain sight on Maxwell's passenger door speaker to his vehicle. Maxwell Anderson is still in jail on a $5 million bond. They have had a vigil in memory of Sade, and now she has to plead with Maxwell's parents to ask their son for the remainder of this young woman's body. Luckily, Sade's family was spared multiple trials because what I've read is they wanted to maybe do an arson trial separate from the killing and dismembering. So they're going to all put this into one trial, everything related in Sade Robinson's death. So that is really good. So the family doesn't have to keep seeing this monster over and over again.
How you feel about your son doing what he did?
I'm sorry for their family.
Okay, so why is he acting like he ain't do it?
I don't control him.
What you mean? That's your son. You here fixing his house and cleaning everything up?
I haven't cleaned this up.
Yes, y'all did. Y'all cleaned the lot. Y'all cleaned everything. We found the bags in the back. So who cleaned it up?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
But everything went directly back to him, and he actually thought he was going to get away with it. So on June 5th, 2025, a Milwaukee jury had found him guilty on all counts. Now, I checked to see if Milwaukee, Wisconsin had the death penalty. Unfortunately, they don't. But he's never getting out. He's never getting out.
His family to start off the sentencing by speaking. There are 3 members of her family that would like to speak. First, it will be Adriana Reams, her sister.
Thank you. Good morning, Ms. Reams. In order to begin, would you please state your first and last name and spell both for the record?
Adriana Reams, ADRIANNAREAMS.
Ms. Reams, what would you like to say?
When Maxwell Anderson murdered my sister, he redefined my definition of misfortune. No amount of financial hardships, disputes, or everyday struggles were even in the same realm as the effect of the loss he created. He made it,
And try to go slow, okay?
He made it to where my grandfather, who had just gotten diagnosed with cancer, lost his will to live his already health-threatening life. He was mentally sick and constantly bedridden. He could not even garden, which is a core part of his life that I have seen him do every year that I have been alive. He made me witness my hypersensitive grandmother on the verge of heart attack several times. Breaking down from the combination of the grief, other people's emotions, and the stress of having to deal with all the tedious responsibilities that he left behind when he ended my sister's life.
If you had any type of decency, but you are a devil, if you had any type of core piece of anything left in your demonic soul, or if your parents, your devil parents had any type of respect, I don't even know how they could sleep at night, knowing what type of demon son they raised, and then tried to cover it up. Damn sense. All y'all karma is gonna be a bitch. And I'm getting each and every one of you eternally. I'm getting the whole entire family tree. Know that. Your sister, all them, each member of your family tree will be eternally hunted by my ancestors.
She had so much life left to live, so many goals that was taken from her. And to me, it's not just that she's not here, it's the way that she's not here.
Thank you for this opportunity. On behalf of myself and my family, I'd like to say a few things. First, to Sade's family, there are no words that I can share that will reduce your pain. You are all in my thoughts every single day. Although it is not the same, having lost a boy that was like a son to me 10 years ago, I have some sense of what you are feeling. It took me a very long time to get past the pain that I felt for the person that contributed to his passing. I'm not asking you to forgive anybody or anything. That is between you and your God.
Thank you. Mr. Anderson, what would you like to say?
I would like to start by saying that from the bottom of my heart, my deepest and most sincere condolences go out to Sade's family, as well as everyone else affected by this tragedy. That being said, Your Honor, I took this to trial without ever once trying to make a plea deal of any kind, because I did not commit these crimes.
Thank you guys all for being here.
Okay. Yeah, thank you guys all for being here with us throughout this entire, experience. These past 16 months have been hell. Oh, we love you, baby girl. Your mommy and your daddy, we love you. I'm just like without words. We have finally got to this place. We made it through. This judicial system is very challenging. I've never been through nothing like this in my life. Her father and I have never experienced this. Who has ever lost a child in the most brutal way like this? We have been just walking in, I know I have been walking through my baby spirit throughout this whole process to get her maximum form of, it's hard to say justice because there's really like no justice for us, like she's not here with us, but I guess through the eyes of others who are still out there fighting and trying to get justice for their babies. Respectfully, I will acknowledge that we're very grateful and blessed that we are able to be at this point, and everybody that's been here representing us and supporting us. Carlos, you want to talk?
And it also gives comfort that all the lives my daughter has touched and impacted, directly and indirectly. That's amazing. That ensures that she will live. Her spirit keeps going. So that provides some comfort in the midst of all of this.
Yeah, definitely. Just to everyone, this has been very emotionally challenging and trying. Like now, it's like every week I look up, there's been another something. We just got the verdicts, now the sentencing. So, like now, I can finally try to attempt to, along with my baby, Adriana and her father, we can try to attempt to start the healing. In the grief process, I know for myself, I have not really been allotted, like I've explained, to grieve. In the future, as I'm continuing to work through Sade's light, her life, her legacy, with being able to do things and make sure that this doesn't happen to anyone else. We don't want this to happen to no other family. What has happened to us. Just continue, like I say, follow us, through the foundation. You guys know I'm working on a few things, implementing several things. I really don't want to dwell into everything today. I just want to kind of take today to be calm, peaceful, be with my family. This is hard. This is the hardest thing I've ever done, and any parent can imagine. So I'm not going to overtalk. I'm so thankful to all, my family, my friends, and I'm leaving. Let Carlos close it out. I'm done talking, Carlos.
Well, I don't talk much. I do appreciate the city of Milwaukee because they have shown my daughter a lot of love throughout all of this. I do not want any parent to ever go through what we have to endure on a daily basis. That's the goal, because no parent should have to go through a tragedy like this. They live a daily nightmare. I don't talk much anyway, so I thank y'all, appreciate y'all.
Yeah, thank you guys, thank everybody.